Hey everyone, Tech OG here, representing those who are 40 and up who love their tech. And this video is going to be my review on my GPD WIN 2. It's taken me a little bit to come up with my review, and I finally wanted to, make my video on the review after playing with it for a couple of weeks, testing out some games, using it as my daily driver, things like that. So I finally want to give you a review on the GPD WIN 2. I had the GPD WIN 1 before. Actually, I had it, like I said in the previous videos, 4 times, and I really liked that device, and was kind of hesitant on getting the GPD WIN 2 because of the price of it. But for those of you who are scared about the price, if you got it, if you were one of the early adopters and got it through the crowdfunding campaign in January, you're getting it for a very good price, and you're gonna really love the device. If you're late in the game and you're looking to try to get one through Amazon, through eBay, through someone who's trying to sell it, don't be too afraid of the price that you're going to pay for it. Yeah, you're going to pay a lot more than the original cost of it through the crowdfunding in January, which was $600. You may be paying $900, $1,000, maybe even $1,200 for it. Yeah, that's a lot more money. I mean, if you can get it for $900, definitely get it for $900. Yeah, it's gonna be, like I said, a lot more than the $600 that it was in the crowdfunding in January, but it's gonna be worth your money. Now, if you are a person that kind of needs a gaming laptop, then don't get this. I mean, get a specific gaming laptop that's made specifically for PC gaming. However, as you already know, it's not going to be as portable and delicious looking as the GPD WIN 2. This runs a ton of games, and I'm going to be making a lot more videos on gameplay. So, just like I said, just to be short, this is a fantastic device. I'm really happy I did get it and not kept my GPD 1 that I've had a couple of months ago. So let me get straight to the review. Let me start with the pros, the things that I really like about the device. First things first, I like the extra 0.5 inches on the screen. This is a 6-inch screen made by Sharp. It's very bright, and I have this right now at 0 brightness. There's 25, there's 50, there's 75, and booyah, it can get really bright. So this Sharp screen is really cool, really fantastic, nice and crisp. So that's the first thing I definitely like about this device. The 6-inch screen, the extra real estate does wonders. You can see a lot more when you're playing your games. Second thing that I definitely like, I like that the shoulder buttons are now on the outside of the device rather than on the GPD WIN 1, they're on the inside, and your buttons and your directional pad are on the outside. I rarely use my directional pad unless I gotta play a game that requires precise precision, such as Pac-Man or whatnot. I mean, I do well on Pac-Man with this as well, but there are some games that will require you to use precise precision using the D-pad. But like I said, I barely use it, so having the shoulder button, not the shoulder button, but the analog sticks on the outside, that works wonders. I like it like that, and they feel a lot better. They feel they don't slip as much as the GPD WIN 1 analog stick. So I'm playing my games a lot better now, have a lot more control with the rubber that are on the analog sticks of the GPD WIN 2. Another pro that I like that it's now just 2 options for your switcher, just the mouse and the controller. Very simple, so you just switch from one to the other, ready to go. So you're not confused as to knowing, like I said on the GPD WIN 1, which setting to put for which controller, yada. I just like it very simple like that. Another really cool thing that I like about the GPD WIN 2. The speakers are on the front of the device rather than on the side, so that when you're playing, you're not covering the sounds with your palms, because the speakers on the GPD WIN 1 were on the sides, so you were covering the sounds. That wasn't very good, and I like them up here. Another thing that I like that the keyboard has these raised keys. I really like the feel of the raised keys. It feels better when you're typing rather than everything being flat. So I definitely like the raised keys effect and everything. I definitely like as well the chrome around the keyboard and the chrome around the screen. I like the weight of it. It doesn't feel cheap at all. I like the aluminum topping along with the this is removable, this top right here. I haven't removed mine. There's no reason to remove it until I find that there is a peripheral or whatnot, or I can change the color of the top of it to remove it. So right now, I mean, I just, like I said, the weight of it, the chrome around the keyboard and screen. I like this middle part right here, the hinge. And like I said, I just like I like the bigger fan, definitely. I like that you can get a better air intake because of the bigger grate and the larger grate here for the air to come out to give you longevity when you're playing. I like the different little colors on the keys. So there's some yellow here. Oh yeah, and I definitely like the different colors on the buttons, and I like the size of the buttons. The size of the buttons are definitely bigger than the GPD WIN 1, so I have a better feel of pressing the buttons and knowing which buttons are which. So it's really, really cool to have the different buttons and just to have the different colors, just so that it doesn't look as monotonous as a GPD WIN 1. And I like the little new logo. And like I said in another video, I still have the tape over the logo because I don't want that scratch damage or whatnot. I mean, yeah, that's corny, but call me corny. I don't care. So, those are my pros of the GPD WIN. Oh, no, there's one more pro. The removable SSD. Now, that right there, again, is cool, so that you can put more games on your GPD WIN 2, excuse me, when you need to. I have my Samsung 1 terabyte SSD drive, and this works really, really well as well. So, having this and having the option of changing out the SSD just gives it more pizzazz. So I definitely like all of those cool things as far as the additions to the GPD WIN 2. Now I do have just a few things that I don't like about the GPD WIN 2. Yeah, and I'm not going to be corny. I'm not going to even try to sound corny. I'm just, telling it to you raw, just letting you know what I feel about what's cool and what's not cool. Oh, give me 1 second. I got to change my battery. There we go. Now I got me a fresh new battery. Now let me tell you about the couple of things that I don't like about the GPD WIN 2. The first and foremost, off the top of my head, I don't like that the charging method, you're now restricted to a particular adapter to charge the GPD WIN 2. According to sources on the internet and on YouTube as well, you have to have an adapter that supports 12 volt charging. And the adapter has to be a PD adapter, which the PD stands for power delivery. The adapter that came with the GPD WIN 2, it's an adapter, and it takes a Type-C, it takes a 2 male, Type-C cord. So this end here goes into the adapter, and this end here goes into the GPD WIN 2 to charge it. And it has to, like I said, support 12 volt charging. So when it comes to trying to find an alternative charger, you don't have a really large selection as far as chargers. And I'm going to do a separate video on the different chargers, or the few chargers that you can get for your GPD WIN 2. It's very, very few. In fact, I just got this one today, thinking that this one would suffice. This is a 26,800 milliamp battery. Just got it today, thinking that it would charge the GPD WIN 2. Guess what? It doesn't. The Type-C charging port on here is only 5 volts. I did not know that you needed one that supports 12 volt charging. So now it's back to the drawing board, but I do, or I have found a source to give me some insight on particular chargers or power chargers or power banks to have to charge my GPD WIN 2 on the go. So I will tell you about those in a separate video, but that's the first thing that I didn't like. You're now limited to a certain amount of chargers to charge your GPD WIN 2. That's not cool. I don't like that at all. I would have, preferred to have a charger that I already have in my house. I don't want to keep buying different chargers or separate chargers for separate devices. I want one charger for all my devices. One for this, one for my Galaxy S9, the same one that can be used to charge other devices. I just want one thing for all my devices so that I'm not continuing to spend money and more money on other things that I might not need later on down the line. So that's my biggest first gripe that I don't like about the GPD WIN 2. Second thing, when you're changing out your SSD, you got to put a full operating system on the SSD in order for this to function. I don't like that at all. It would have been good just to have the capability of changing your space with micro SD or a thick card, you know what I'm saying, that has the same speed as an SSD card, but that ain't gonna come probably until a long time in the future. So, I mean, yeah, it's cool to change out your SSD, but not cool if you got to put a new operating system on there, put the drivers back on there, check your things, see if things are okay, put in new video drivers, put in the redistribution drivers. It's a lot of work just to change out the SSD. That right there, I do not like either. That's why I try to keep it simple by using my Samsung 1 terabyte drive, but in some cases I don't like it sticking out like this. So that's why it's kind of cool just to have the drive. And oh my goodness, I gotta change my battery again. Give me a second. I'm back. Now I got a fully charged battery, so I don't have to worry about it cutting off. Anyway, back to the things I don't like. So, I don't like the restrictiveness of the adapters. I don't like changing the SSD and putting a new operating system drivers and yada 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 on there. Don't like that at all. And the last thing I don't like is the space bar. Now you have all of these other keys that are all raised and they feel great. The space bar is flat, and so when you're typing, you gotta kind of trying to find the space bar because it's really, really flush on the keyboard. So it's kind of hard to try to feel for it. So you definitely gotta press in to know that it's there, to use it. So when you're typing, sometimes you might miss the space bar and that might mess up your typing. So make sure it rolls the space bar up as well as not as well as the other keys, excuse me. They should have rolled the space bar up like they did with the keys so that you can feel for it and use it when you need it. So those are my small little gripes that I have about the GPD WIN 2, and hopefully things will be better for the GPD WIN 3, because I already know that just like a 2019 car, they already got the plans for it. So I'm pretty sure that they're already gonna, watch YouTube videos and listen to their customers to see what is good and bad about this product to make the GPD WIN 3 even better than its predecessor, which is this right here. But long story short, you will like this purchase. This definitely gets TechOG's 2 thumbs up approval. So again, don't be afraid of the price. I mean, you save for anything else that you want to get. If you save for a PS4 or Xbox One, and if you save money for games, $6 a pop, you're definitely gonna get your money's worth out of this GPD WIN 2. I mean, for it to be portable in your hands, and definitely if you can get this 3D print model of this joystick kind of thingamajiggy. I can't really give a name for this, but just to have it feel like a PS Vita or PSP, Actually, no, those are flat. Feel like a joystick. It just feels like a joystick. It feels just so much better in your hands. I definitely implore you to get this 3D print of this joystick model for your GPD WIN 2. You will definitely thank me later for it. It feels great on the hands, and you can just play for hours and hours without your hands feeling fatigued. So, again, I definitely give, if I had to give it out of 5 stars, I would definitely give this 4.5. Between 4 and 4.5, that's what I think 4.25. Because of the gripes of the adapter, SSD, and spacebar, yeah, 4.25. I wouldn't say 4.5. But as far as playing games, I would definitely give it a 5. It definitely leads over the GPD WIN 1, and you can play a boatload of games, and a lot of them run smooth. And so, please check out my videos of the gameplay of the GPD WIN 2 as I make them. And if you like this video, definitely leave a thumbs up. Leave some good comments in the comment section. If you have any questions, leave comments in the comment section. And I hope to see you in my next video.